I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Byron from the Byron Podcast Show. I am joined by a special young lady by the name of Kim. What we are going to sit up here and talk about today is relationships, mainly relationships in the Black community. We cannot deny that there's a pandemic going on in the Black community when it comes to relationships. Do Romeo and Juliet still exist? Or is that just a fictional characters? So with that being said, Kim, do you want to introduce yourself to my audience?
Hello, everybody. My name is Kim, and I'm so glad and so thankful that Mr. Byron Dixon invited me to come on the show. I have been viewing him for some time. He's just awesome, just a man full of just only good things and wants only good things for his audience. So that being said, I am so thankful to be here. I pray that you are all doing well, that God is going to prosper you too, that you will get a blessing out of this. So that being said, we'll hand it back to Mr. Dixon, and you'll hear from me from time to time. So be blessed and stay prayed up. Hope you enjoy this today. May God bless.
I have to sit up here and say this. I'm going to jump right into it. Back in the day, Kim, men were proud to call themselves men. They were proud to call themselves men. Grandfathers knew how to defend themselves physically. They knew how to use a gun, change the oil in their cars, build things with their hands, treat a woman with respect, attract that woman with his masculinity. Now, we live in a world where men like that no longer exists. We are quick to point the blame at the woman, not saying that the woman don't hold any type of responsibility, because she do, but we are not holding ourselves as men, as Black men, responsible for how we are treating our women. Do you agree with that statement, or do you disagree?
I definitely disagree. There's a pro and a con to different things. First of all, back in the slavery day, I don't know if any of you guys know, there was a gentleman, his name was Willie Lynch. You may be able to look him up on your YouTube. You may be able to Google him. You may even be able to go into the library and look up this man. He was actually a white man that wanted the Black men to learn how to treat their women and also put their women in perspective. That being said, when it comes down to relationships, the women basically in the Bible says is supposed to not be seen or heard. She's not supposed to preach or teach, in which I'm not for that, because I'm actually a minister myself, and I do a lot of preaching and teaching, a lot of outreach and things like that at my church. But the thing is, if you want a good quality man, like I was speaking to you earlier about this, then you have to be a quality woman. You got to be a virtuous woman of God, as the Bible says. So that being said, there are good men out there, but you got to be willing to put in the effort, the work. And like you said about our grandfathers, our families back in the old days, because I know my grandfather, he had a store. My grandmother, there was 12 kids, my mom included. And so she stayed at home, but she taught them the value of how to carry themselves, how to address yourself. There are men today that don't even open doors for us women. And
Facts.
That's something that I love. I absolutely love for a man that takes care of his woman. He respects her at all costs. He doesn't doesn't call her out of her
Facts.
names. I mean, he's a good father. I mean, he's just a good provider altogether. But today's situations with these women, they just want to be out here in the street. They don't care whether or not they are, you know, to conducting themselves as women of God. So that's exactly where we're at. But
So,
once again, I just feel like if you want a good quality man, have good qualities about yourself. Teach your young girls, teach your young men how to treat a woman when they get married or they have a relationship. It's not all about, you know, being, you know, Mr. Macho or whatever. It's about having respect for yourself.
let
So
me,
that being said, I'll hand that back to you, Mr. Dixon.
very well spoken, Kim. Very well spoken. I have to
Thank you.
sit up here and say this because of feminists, because they have fought to be equal in every way, shape, and form with men. They have also advocated that it is even a staple of women's rights to have sex freely and promiscuously. Do you feel like the feminist movement is hurting relationships, especially in the Black culture? Talk to me, Kim. Talk to me.
Yes, on that note right there, I definitely understand it and agree what you're saying. But as you see today, the women of the house, as well as the men of the house, they're not always men in the house. Either they've gone to prison, either they have just left the house, and generally because they don't want the responsibility and they just want to keep making the children, but they don't have the responsibility of bringing their children upright. And like I said, and teaching them the right from wrong. As you see now, more of our young culture has reached out to the LGBT community, as you can see, and it's a hurting thing, especially for us Black children, because we feel like we don't have any other way to go, and we feel like if we do this, then we're going to get attention. So to me, it's a mindset, it's a attention getter. It's like they don't really want to be in this, but hey, they say, okay, well, my friends are doing this, hey, I'm going to try this. But little do they know, they have a long journey to go. This is a rough road, a rough path. And so it makes our Black men, as well as our Black women, who also, we have a lot of lesbians that you see now, they're even want to be partners so they can raise their kids, but they're raising their kids not in the right settlement, not in the right mindset. They're raising them, okay, well, it's okay if you know, me as your mom can be with a woman, or you as a guy can be with a man. No, it's not. God's word says, if you're unequal, you don't come amongst those. So if you're in a relationship and you know that you're not supposed to be with that person, why are you going to be there in misery? But our young people of today have got to realize this is not right set. It's out here. It's causing a lot of chaos. It's causing a lot of deaths, and it's just not right. It's just unfair to the rest of the world. It's unfair to the Black community.
Let's stay there with the feminists, because feminists is sitting up here saying that we can have sex freely.
Yes.
You do realize that's hurting relationships, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, with that being said, the gender that is hurting the most from all of this is the woman. Is the woman. If the man do not have, you're literally taking the most valuable asset that you have by just giving it up freely to Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're literally devouring the most precious part that you have on your body. And you saying we want to be equal like men. You're the one that's losing in the end. And I'm going to say this real quick, like that lay theory says, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Do you see what I'm saying, Kim?
Yes, I've often heard that theory too, because my mother would say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Or if you do not want to have children, keep your dress turned down and your bloomers up and you won't have any babies. But that's an old myth. Back in the old days, we were taught, you know, you don't go out there and give your body to anybody. And if you do, you're going to marry that person, especially if you get pregnant by that person. That is the way that the old timers used to be. That's just respect for each other. But I agree with you. These women out here today just think, hey, you know, I can have this man, I can have that man. But little do they know, they're putting themselves into danger. They are also putting their young girls into danger too, because there's a lot of diseases out here. AIDS don't have a name, but these
facts.
You know, diseases they do not have a name. So that being said, why are you putting yourself in this predicament or whatever? It makes no sense. Have some respect for yourself, have some moral, have some decencies about yourself. And if you're with that person, be subjected to only that person that you're married to, that person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Don't put yourself out there. It is not a good thing. And these different things that are going off the different genders and things, it is actually awesome. It's just out of control. It's out of control.
Kim, and you are 100% right. You're 100% right. First of all, you guys, you know what? We already sitting up here dropping nuggets. We're dropping jewels. Definitely push that like. Definitely push that sub. I'm definitely trying to grow this channel. Let me sit up here and talk about this for a second about our Black women. See, our Black women, they sit up here and walk around with their butts hanging out, with their breasts hanging out. And men flock to you. We flock to you because the first thing that we see on a woman, particularly a Black woman, is not her face, is not her personality, it's her booty, it's her breasts. That's what we see. So therefore, a lot of Black women have become programmed to only revealing and showing that part of them, which is the booty, the breast. So now a Black woman basically bases her values off of her body parts that I just mentioned. And because she bases her value off of the body parts that I just mentioned, it's like men, we don't see past that. And women don't see past that, because when a Black man sit up here and see that, he don't care about your personality. He just trying to smash. And once he smash, he goes on about his business, and that Black woman is left saying, where's all the good men? Why did he do me like this? There's plenty of good men out there. We are just overlooked. We are just overlooked. And plus, if that Black man do want to stick around with you, you start to show your personality, and he sees that your personality is not good. Remember, Black women, it's not just about the way you look. It's not just about your booty. It's not just about your beauty. It's about your personality. Your personality is going to keep you in the door with that Black man. Do you agree with that, Kim, or do you disagree?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And like you said, there are women out here that presumably think, okay, well, if I show all my body parts, this man is going to be attracted to me. But look, basically, today in this world, these women are after the dollar sign is what they're actually after. That not only are the dollar sign, just like the white man. Okay, the white man, he knows that he's got authority over all of us. It doesn't matter. The white woman has authority over all of us. So that's saying they can go out and get anybody they want to. So they have the authority to have the Black or the white.
Hold on, Kim. Hold on. You said, just correct me if I'm wrong. You said that the white man has authority over all of us, including Black man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. So with that being said, and since that been truth to you, do you feel like that's the reason why Black women don't respect Black men? Yes or no?
I do, because they think, okay, well, here's the white man. He's got a BMW, he's got a Mercedes, he's a lawyer, he's a doctor, whatever like that. So he can give you and provide you for what you can. So they're downgraded our Black man because they think, okay, well, he don't have the money, he doesn't have the house. Why should that matter? If you are a caring, loving husband and you're coming home every day being faithful to your wife, but yet and still you're not happy in the situation, whatever. Then there's something wrong. There's too much counseling out there. There's too many people out there that are willing to help you. Yes, but money is the key of our Black women of today. They want what the white woman has. And I'm biracial, so I know I have my own. I've worked to have my own. So I'm not asking a man for nothing. God is my provider. So that being said, you need to have your own. Don't depend on somebody else. Like I said, if you want a quality man, be that quality woman, be that outstanding woman that he wants to come home to every day and have food on the stove, clothes.
That's the reason why some Black men don't feel like they have to be providers. And that's one of the number one characteristics
Mhm.
of a man. A man, a real man, wants to be a provider.
Yes.
A real man wants to be a protector. But at the same time, boys and men used to think of girls and women as their safe spaces,
Mhm.
their primary source of comfort, nurturing, emotional support, peace, and joy. We don't feel that way no more. We don't feel that way no more because we're used to women saying, I don't need a man.
Mhm.
Again, going back to what I was talking about, the feminist movement, they are sitting up here telling women, listen, you can do whatever a man can do. And that's when women started fighting in the war. That's when women started sitting up here being truck drivers, changing oils, fighting in the UFC. Even there's even a UFC fighter by the name of Fallon who is a transgender person. He's a man. He's a man who's fighting against women. How about that man has set up here and knocked women out, even broken their skulls? That goes to show the difference between a man and a woman. But these freaking feminist movement people want to sit up here and tell you you can do the same thing that a man can do. We trying to satisfy, men are trying to appease women. Again, when I say women, I'm not talking about women in general. I'm talking about the feminist movement type of women. You got women, the feminist women who are sitting up here saying we can walk around topless. So what? Men do it. There's just too much, I don't know, weirdness going on in this day and age. Do you agree or disagree, Kim?
Well, first of all, I think it starts with our government, like just with our new president, President Biden. I hate to say that word, but he is going for the LGBT. He's trying to pass that they can also be in the service. And, they were trying to describe that because of the situation that it would cause for all men and all women. So with this, like you said, with the feminists and things like that, it is true. There are women out here now that are trying to be truck drivers. They're trying to take on the man role. Hey, I'm big and broad and hey, I'm bad. But no, it does not work like that. There are too many things that are going on in this world that we should be focused on. And one of the key things is like, I'm a single parent. I have two beautiful children, two beautiful daughters. I teach them the word of God. They know nothing but God. They are women of God. They've been baptized and saved. And I watch everything, how they dress. I watch how they act and things like that. So if you want to be a woman, a real woman in life, you got to carry yourself as a real woman in life. Teach your children the right morals, the way you were raised up. The way I was raised up, you're not going to go outside, honey, at 10, 11 o'clock at night with no booty shorts on, no high cut skirt or whatever. No, my grandmother and my mother did not go for that. Even going to church, people are changing their dress in church. They let these kids wear anything. And I don't understand that. But I know that
I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm gonna keep it real. Again, it goes back to what I was saying before.
Mhm.
Men, we throw money at women who is
Yes.
showing their booty and their
Mhm.
breasts. We throw money at them. And therefore, a lot of women feel like that's all they got to come to the table with is their
Yes.
beauty and their breasts. They never feel like they have to come to the table
Mhm.
with their brains.
Exactly.
With their brains.
Mhm.
Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. Do you the modern day Romeo and Juliet? It's like this. They go on a date. Romeo and Juliet. They go on a date. While Romeo is sitting there with Juliet,
Mhm.
Romeo is already sitting up here peeping the scene.
Mm.
He's looking around. He's seeing what other Juliet is better than the Juliet he's with. He's looking for the female who got the bigger booty, the bigger breasts, and all the while he's still entertaining Juliet. So Juliet, at this moment, she gets up and she walks to the female's bathroom. And what do Romeo do? Who already got tattoos on his body, already approach her with skinny boy jeans. You don't even know if this young man, it even has a manhood. Hell, you don't even know if this person is even a man, period. But while she's in the restroom, he pulls out his phone and he swiped left on Tinder, searching for more Juliets, who can do better than the woman he's with now. It's too much distractions now. Young men don't have to show small courages anymore when it comes to approaching a woman. All young men have to do now is get on their cell phones, get on the computer, get on the iPads. We don't never approach women in person anymore because we got too much going on at the house, in front of, at our desk, in front of us. And we can't build. How can we build with one woman? Or how can a woman build with one man when there's all these distractions going on right now?
Social media. That's the biggest thing with social media.
Do you believe that social media is helping or hurting relationships?
Social media is actually it's hurting our young generation for today, because everything they see in there, they believe. If somebody shoots somebody, oh man, I want to go out and get me a gun, I'm gonna shoot that person. If somebody beats up somebody, they want to go out and beat somebody. They want to be important. How can you be important when all of this anger is going around in this world? Just look at the young girl not too long ago. She was getting ready to stab somebody. She got shot, 16 years old or 14 years old, never will live her life. The same thing with George Floyd. This situation just actually got over. The man is still trying to fight because he was doing things way before this. This world is corrupt. Social media is killing our young generation. What is the governor? What is our leaders trying to do to help to protect us Black men and women? We're the ones that suffer from day to day. We have to live in poverty. Sometimes we don't have food. Sometimes we don't have a way to get back and forth to work. We have to take the bus, living off welfare. I mean, just downgrading each other. We never ever lift anybody up. We're always out to take. If we do know that someone has something, oh my God, we're going to try to down there and take that away from them. Yes, we are. We don't want to see us enlarge or get stronger with each other. We want to always keep us down, and that's the way it is now. And I just don't understand what is going on with this world up to date. You think that we would change? You think the pandemic would help change us, but it's gotten worse, as you see.
So when you say us, are you talking about us as mankind, or are you narrowing it down by saying us as Black people?
Us as Black people. They're targeting the Black people, and they're targeting the Asian too. And my daughter is Asian. So that being said, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, it's targeting like the other ethnicities. Yes. This world is not good.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
I don't feel safe with my children being in this world. And I have one that's going to be leaving for college soon, and it terrifies me. It terrifies me.
Yes.
I watch every move she makes.
You're speaking from the heart, Kim. You're speaking, and
it really hurts me. Yes, because I'm a very private person. I'm a very protective person over my children. And I know that being said, I just want to make sure they're safe wherever they go, whether they're in the car, whether they're in school, whether my oldest one is overseas, or just in general. I worry about other people's children too, not only my own. That's the type of person I am. I'm in a church of 5,200 people. So you know how many kids that we have to worry about, that knowing that they have to be safe.
It's difficult, especially like you said, with your child being an Asian. I mean, because there has been an attack on Asians in this day and age. It has been an attack. It has been. And I can understand and I sympathize with you, and I will be praying for you. But you're right. It has been an attack against Asian people.
I'm doing a class. Okay, I'll call you back in a little bit. No, I said I'll call you back in a little bit. Oh.
So again, let me say this, everybody. Again, in the Black community, Black women is trying to get as much money from Black men without having to give up anything. And Black men are trying to get as much punana from the Black woman without having to pay for anything. We are warring against each other. And while we're warring against each other when it comes to love, we're sitting up here fighting these unseen entities that is attacking us. It's distracting us. Again, I have to sit up here and bring up Barack Obama. This young man who was our first Black president,
Yes,
turned the White House into a rainbow house. He was more concerned about the LGBTQ community
yes.
than he was about the young Black men who were dying every single day, especially in the neighborhood he was raised in, Chicago. Chicago has not gotten better, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting and killings are still going on at a high pace in Chicago, the same city that birthed him. Why wasn't he focused on that? And again, I'm not saying that the LGBTQ community should not gain some type of respect or some type of attention. But what I'm talking about is a pandemic that has been going on before this LGBTQ community thing has gotten to the point that it is today. That's what I'm saying. Why do you think Michelle Obama was the one who interviewed Zaya, Dwayne Wade's son? They are trying to promote this gay agenda to you, Black people. They are trying to promote this to you. They are trying to destroy masculinity in the Black community.
The same thing with Will Smith and his wife too, their children.
That's a good point, Kim.
Yes,
that's
same
a good
thing,
point.
their children. I mean, they just act like it's the biggest thing that ever hit up.
Will Smith, why do you think Will Smith's son turned out to be the way he is? And why do you think Will Smith's daughter turned out to be the way she is?
Well, you know, the mother was like that too. Jada was like that too. Jada was like that.
With long, you had the son with long hair and dreadlocks, and you had the daughter with short hair.
Yes.
Why do you think this is? They are trying to promote this crap to you. Who is being affected by this the most? It's you, Black man. It's you, Black woman. Now you have to question who you are with. But wait a minute. A lot of you Black women, you love these thugs. You love these jailbirds. So at the same time, you got to be held accountable for your own decisions, for your own choices. You have to be. You have to be. But Black men, you're not off the hook. You have to be held accountable for your own decisions as well. We gotta, if Black women feel like their power lies in the booty and in the breast, you gotta show them that their power relies on the brains, not the booty, not the breast. You gotta do that. You gotta take that power from the Black woman. Because as long as you spending thousands of dollars a night at the strip club, guess what the Black woman gonna continue to do? She's gonna continue to strip. Can I get an amen? Gosh dang, can I get an amen?
Amen to that. That is very true. They rather go out here and take off their clothes than go into the church and be a decent woman of God. You know, because it's like I said, they can't get anything from the church, but they can't get something from a man who's probably already married, probably already in a relationship, has kids, but he'd rather go to a club,
but
Kim, and throw money at a naked woman.
Keep it real, Kim. I have to keep it real. I have to keep it real. A lot of church women are more promiscuous than
because they're looking for that steady paycheck from that man. And my church is $1 million church, as you know, Byron. Calvaryism. We
I
all church,
know.
don't mind putting it out there. But like I
But you
said, there are
got a
women up
lot
in
of
there.
church women. You got a lot of church women who are
Yes.
sitting up here acting just not as promiscuous, but more promiscuous
Sneaking
than that
around doing
stripper.
their devilment, and you would never think.
Yes, and you would never think. You got pastor wives sitting
Yes.
up here busting it wide open for teenage boys. You got the pastors who are sitting up here messing with these teenage boys. You got pastors who is using their authority and their influence to entice men's
Yes.
wives.
Yes.
This is the church. If we can't go to the church, Kim, who can we go to?
That's exactly right. And the church should be the first place that we should have respect, because we're disregarding God. We're disrespecting him. God put, let's see, one man and woman on earth, Adam and Eve. Okay, like his word said, Adam, he gave Eve as helpmate. Man was not meant to be alone, not two men together, not two women together. So that being said, it's a lot that we do not recognize, and people are turning the blind eye. They're turning their head. They're not wanting to face the reality.
Yes.
This world is changing. The end is coming. God is on his way back. He never left. Even this pandemic, we're facing what we call like Moses in the desert, when he told them to change their wicked ways. No, they didn't. Just like Daniel in the lion's den, just like, Joseph,
Kim,
all of those, Paul taught from the jail. So it's
question.
sad.
Let me ask you this question, Kim. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Do you feel like the end is near?
The end has been there. It's been here for some time. Look at the signs of the time. Look at the different seasons. It said we would not know the seasons. We did not know day from night. People would be turned against each other. We have young kids that are killing their family members.
And Kim, do you feel like that's the reason why the world is the way it is right now?
Yes, I do. We're in a pandemic, but we're also in a plague upon the land. And people, as God's word says, turn from your wicked ways. They do not want to turn from their wicked ways. It's been here for some time. But God, I'm telling you, it is the end of times. There's too many signs. I had this plague. And this is what I don't understand. Okay, we have COVID, right? Why is it that they can find a cure for COVID, that they can't find a cure for diabetes, for age, different things like that? I don't, because I'm diabetic. I have a lot of illnesses and things like that. What is going on with that? I feel like this might be even the mark of the beast. Who do we know? What's going on? And a lot of people are frantic about taking it. I'm frantic about taking it because I'm very sick with a lot of illnesses. I know that my ex-in-laws have and things like that, but my other family members that are really sick, that have cancer and things like that, they have not. So that being said, I trust God to protect me each and every day. There's too many other illnesses out here, like I said, and all of a sudden they're going to find this cure for this COVID. Something is not right with this.
Yes,
it's our government, it's our leaders and things like that. They're putting it out there, but it's also poisoning and killing people too, because we don't know what's in there. We don't know what's in any medicine. That's the truth. Yes.
Take it from a man who has a bachelor's degree in communication and marketing. Like, the job of the social media is to persuade your way of thinking, meaning that they are only going to sit up here and show you what they want to show you, and they're going to disregard the other foolishness that they are doing. If your own husband, if your own wife, if your own son, if your own daughter will lie to you, why do you think the government won't lie to you?
Exactly.
The government will cover up bull crap. They sit up here and expose Joe Biden's hypocrisy. They sat up here and showed, Mexican people sitting up here dropping babies and infants over the wall just so they can be free. It showed people caring for these infant children who were dropped, who were basically set free on our side of the world. And Joe Biden would not talk about those things. He will not talk about.
He claims that he has Kamala Harris, his vice president, do that. Not once have I heard her speak about anything. I have not heard her speak about anything, nor his wife.
You don't hear nothing from Kamala Harris. You hear nothing from Joe Biden. You hear nothing from Joe Biden's wife.
So that being
Nothing.
said, he only comes out every now and then. I know that Trump may have had his issues and things like that, but he was always in the media. He was always talking about things.
Always in the
But Joe Biden,
media.
every now and then he'll come out, and half the stuff that he's talking about, he forgets a lot of it. His dementia has really taken over. He forgets a lot of it. He stutters. I watch him when he walk out, from the time he walks out, from the time he gets up there to that pulpit or whatever he says it to that podium, he is stuttering. He's not accurate in everything. He was supposed to promise us 62 promises. Out of those 62 promises that he promised when he got into the office, he's only done like 20 something. And those have not been, and these people, as you're saying about those poor kids that are coming over here, wanting to have freedom, whatever, a lot of them have been killed. The cartels are pushing these people out here. The women are
Yes.
scared. The
Yes.
women are scared of these cartel people because they
Kim,
control a lot of
Kim,
things.
Kim,
Drugs.
Kim,
Yes.
Kim, the thing is,
Mm.
those cartels are raping
Yes.
those women.
Yes, they are.
The
Promising better
cartels-
lives. Promising
The
better lives.
cartels are promising those women
Yes.
better lives.
Making them push drugs
The
over here, making the little kids.
cartels-
They are
the
white marketing. Those are
cartels-
babies.
The cartels is pushing drugs
Yes.
through those kids.
Yes.
The cartels are even raping the children.
Yes. Yes. Slavery, white
They
slavery.
are bringing the COVID-19 over here. We
Yes.
have to ask ourselves, why? Why is Joe Biden allowing this to happen? Why? Because they know that they can sit up here and use the Mexican race as cheap labor.
Yep.
They are the new blacks. People, wake up.
Yes.
They doing things in front of your face. Wake up. Do you not think that 9/11 was an inside job? You're blindly deceived. 9/11 was an inside job. How did building number 7 just fall under the weight of gravity? Come on. Come on. I'm not no political person, but I'm just only calling out the obvious. George Bush Jr. wanted to finish the job that George Bush Sr. could not finish. George Bush Jr. traded blood for oil. Who profited off of that? Not you. It was the big people. It was the president. It was the ones who was over the oil companies. They profited. They profited. And
speaking of oil and gas, you just recently seen what happened, about a week ago. We did not have gas here, okay? So that being said, these people sitting up here pretending like they're this person, that person. Biden had to pay, what, a couple of $1 billion? Then the same thing happened the next day. Somebody else falsely made this thing up to where they would only let the oil go and the gas go for billions of dollars. He sent that when we have people that are starving. Why can you not get our people that are starving, the Black people, the Asian people, the Mexican people, the Hispanics? Those are the ones that are basically hate, because our white race, they're going to have their money. They're going to get their bills paid. They don't care what they have to. They're going to get blood out of a turnip, as my grandma would say. So that being said, when he had to pay all the billions of dollars, why did that money not go? He didn't have a problem with that. He gave the money to these people not knowing what's going on. So that's what I'm saying. This is backwards. The whole thing is backwards. What is going on? Backwards. Not look, open your eyes and see. It's always going to be a white man's world. Us Black, us Asians, us Mexican, we're always going to be last because we do not want to come together.
You are going in.
Yeah, we do not want to come together.
You going in.
I ain't playing. I don't play no mess like this.
That's that.
Because I have all races in my family.
That the Black side of you is coming out. I know you biracial, but that's that Black side coming out of you,
honey. And the white and the Indians, he's still in there, but he's going to come out soon too.
No. That's it may come out soon, but that's that Black in you coming out.
Exactly.
Whoo! Let's bring it back to the topic. Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Black love. Do you feel like Black love in this state that we're in is a detrimental thing? I don't think that Black love exists the way that it used to.
No.
Your grandparents stayed together for 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Till they passed away, till they died.
They passed away. Do you see that happening in your daughters?
I don't.
Your daughter's era. Why? Okay, can you elaborate on that?
Okay, first of all, my children are biracial like I am. I have one that's Asian and my other child is biracial as
You
well.
you had one that was about to be in the WNBA. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
and she still has a chance to be in a. She actually came from overseas. She was in poor, but due to the COVID, she was
Hey,
unable to stay there.
Kim,
So that being said,
Kim, hold on one second. I'm finna pause it. Kim, let me ask you a question real quick.
sure.
Men and women used to view each other as their safe place.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that is still taking place today? Talk to
No, I
me,
do not.
Kim. Talk to me, Kim.
No, I do not. And I'm glad you asked me that question. As you see today, when you see men and women together, especially our Black race, you usually see the mother with the children. Where's the dad at? He may be in prison. The dad may not even be in
Ooh,
existence.
ooh,
Yes. So that being
ooh.
said, there is a lot of things trending with the race. That's why I said our young generation of today, they are going to mimic. They're going to take what we teach them in life and use it in their life too. And as they get older and become in a relationship, they're like, okay, well, let me see how my mom was. My daddy in their life. Well, I don't need a daddy. I'm just going to go out and get this girl pregnant. Things like that.
Ooh.
Yes. So that being said, we need to really get together as one. Stop fighting each other. Be a parent, be a mom, but be together. Your parents were together. My parents were together. They may be deceased, but they were together to help raise you.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't see your mom out there in the street. Your mom is a woman of God, just like me. We don't have time for this. I've been by myself for almost 12 years or whatever. So that saying, viewed, if God sends somebody in my life, so does it. You don't have to have a man or woman to validate you, but I do want a significant other mate. That is my desire to. So I wait on God.
So that brings me to my next question. Why do
Yes.
women say they don't need a man? In reality, women do need men.
Yes,
And
that is true. They do, man. But let me make that clear.
In reality,
Yes.
it has been proven for the last
Yes.
hundreds of thousands of years that you work better in groups. Let me just use
Yes,
this
you
as
do.
an
Yes, you
example.
do. Two
Look
is
at the
better than
lions.
one.
Look at the
But you have to
lions.
bring, yeah, you have to bring it to the table.
Look at the lions. They
Yes.
work better in a
In
group.
packs.
Look at the
Yes.
wild dogs. They work better in packs. Look at the elephants. Look at the hippos. They
Yes.
all work
Why do you
better
think
in
God said
packs.
to Noah when he built it, bring two of each? They multiplied. They multiplied. So there are two.
Ooh,
Look at Adam and
ooh.
Eve. Okay, she
God
bore
said it's not
children.
good for man to be alone.
Not, no, it's not. It's not good for one to be alone either, honey. I'm praying that God's gonna send that
Ooh,
significant other pretty soon. Oh Lord Jesus, don't get me started today. But
ooh.
anyhow, the reason I say that is I'm gonna tell you what, there's things that have happened in the Black women's life, such as abuse. That abuse is one of the biggest things, abuse. And that's such a sad situation because I have faced that. I seen my mother get abused. She is dead
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm sorry to hear
Yes,
that.
that was a lot of has abuse. A lot of people are hurt. A lot of people have blocked their heart, went through bad relationships, being cussed. Don't you know that when you talk to somebody any kind of way, that brings down their
Oh my God.
demeanor.
I
You
know. I
cannot brings
know.
down their low self-esteem. So that's why women are sad. But I
Oh,
know for myself, by being myself for 12 years, I thank God I got myself together, going through trial and
yes.
tribulations.
Yes.
I'm telling you, God has brought me too far, and I'm not going to turn. And I know that He has that significant other out there for me. Until He sends me, I will go on and do His will, His journey, and do what I have to do. But I will make sure that my children know the right from the wrong. Because if not, I'm gonna knock them out. So that being
Yes.
said,
Yeah, yes. And the thing is though, Kim, the thing is this, it's like, you know, yes, I do believe that God has
yes,
someone for everyone because he put that in his word. But it's not about what he said, it's about what goes on in between.
amen.
And
Yes,
it goes back to the feminist movement because women say I can do the same things as a man. It makes it even more difficult for a man and a woman to come together as one because it's confusing to society because when a man and a woman gets together, they don't know who is the lead, especially in the Black community
yes,
where
yes,
the
true.
Black woman really is the leader of their household. Talk to me.
especially if she's making more money than him. I think that has a lot to do with it, the
I don't
income.
think that has anything to do with it. I
You don't
don't
think so?
think. No, I don't. I don't. I don't think money is the issue. I think what the issue is what she believes in her
Okay.
heart.
Yes, yes.
Because
Maybe the
you
way
could
she
you
was
could be
brought up,
the
maybe her mother
breadwinner.
was a single mom.
You
Maybe
could
her
be
mother was a single mom, or maybe, her dad.
it's about roles. It's about
Yes.
roles that we play. It's about
Yes.
our roles. A man wants to be a provider, a protector,
Oh,
a
yes,
leader.
yes,
I'm gonna use
yes.
the acronym BALLS. A
Mhm.
woman want a man with balls.
Yes, she doesn't want some little
Bold.
frantic thing.
Let me break that down though.
Mhm.
B is for boldness. A is for attention.
Yes.
L is for leadership.
L is for love.
The other L is for laughter or love.
Yes.
The S is for stability. A
Mhm.
woman wants those things in a relationship.
Exactly.
It don't matter if the woman is making more money, in my opinion, because it just is what it is. As long as you know what role you play in the household. Now, if a woman feels like because she's the breadwinner in the relationship, because if she feels like she has like the final say so because of that,
Yes.
then no, it's not going to work. It's going to be a domino effect because the man is not going to give up his leadership role. If he does, he's a simp. He's a simp if he was to. I don't care if my woman makes more than me, as long as she understands that I'm the man of my house.
Yes.
I'm still a man. I'm still a man. Last I checked, I'm still a man. God don't make no mistakes when he made you. That's why I personally cannot get into this LGBTQ community.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to me, Kim. Holler at me.
Yes, I understand. Like you said, you didn't think it was a believer with the money, but I think it comes also, like I said, it comes from the home environment that you were raised up. A lot of these Black women.
That's true. Yeah.
Let me tell you what's going on. A lot of these Black women that you see up today, like you were talking about showing their body parts and things like that, they don't care because you know what? A lot of them came from low income houses. A lot of them think that the welfare thing is the place to be. They feel like, okay, well, my mama got into the system, so I'm going to be in the system. And their children see that. Their children see that, not wanting nothing, not having to pay rent, $1, not paying nothing. And the rest of us out here have to struggle. It's our tax money that are going on. But then these kids wearing every type of symbol of different clothing and hanging out their booties and belts and things like that. I just want to take the belt off and whip the living daylights out of them. I hate to say that. My children, listen, like I said, they go out in respectful manners.
And Kim, I don't even blame all those women. The reason why I don't blame all those women is because they are desiring male attention. Keep in mind, a lot of those women were brought up without a father. See, a father would not let them come out the house like that. They would not let them
I'm the
come
mama,
out the house
not go out the house like
they
that.
would have spanked their butt. But because the mother feels like she's the leader, which ended up running the man off, that young girl is left trying to still get that attention anywhere she can. Anywhere she can.
Yes.
So
she might go out here and decide to get pregnant because she wants a baby.
That's what a lot of Black women do. You don't hear Black women say they want a family. You always hear Black women say, I want a baby. That's what
they
goes
want
on.
attention and they want love. So the baby gives them love.
They do. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. Something that they desire from that Black man, but they don't know how to be submissive. Black women today don't know how to be submissive because they was raised by their ghetto Black mother. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, so it's like being able to see what you want, but you can't touch it. You can't get it. You can't receive it because you never knew how to obtain it.
Right, because you never been thought, and a lot of them too, are uneducated. Some other parents are so uneducated, they're ignorant to the thought of even trying to have something right. What they believe is what they believe.
Yes.
See,
but Kim, this is what's going on. They getting their beliefs from other Black single women.
You're right. They're copying after they want to be like somebody else. Or even another thing is they look at this stupid hip hop stuff and they think, oh man,
Oh
this
man,
is
don't get
cool.
me
Yeah, a lot of stuff
started.
like that. And like I said, the social media, and they're trying to dress like I'm trying to have the extra booties, trying to have
Don't
all
get
that
me
fake hair,
started.
all that fake lashes. But like I said, like that hip hop and love and all that, they try to be like that. They want to be like that. No, you
See,
cannot. And the kids are following that too.
see, I'm gonna say it like this, Kim, and I know this may offend some people, and I want to say I appreciate everybody for listening to this far. I'm joined by this young, beautiful, biracial woman, Kim. You know, definitely push the like, definitely push the subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel.
Please.
We wanted to sit up here and bring you this information from a black man and a biracial woman. She do have black in her, but she is not black. She is biracial.
Have green
White,
eyes.
white, white and black is no longer white and black. Is now gray. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? She is
Yes.
biracial. She is not black. She is not white. She is not Asian. She is biracial. And what she is doing is bringing her perspective from multiple cultures, multiple races. And I appreciate her for that. But anyway, before I forget my point, I just want to simply say the reason why I believe a lot of those young black women are out here sitting up here being promiscuous or even dressing in a way to grab men
Mhm.
attention is because they did not have that growing up. You
Amen.
still, just because you don't have that male attention growing up, it doesn't mean that you're still not going to desire that male attention.
Yes.
It's in a woman DNA to desire that male attention and to want
Mhm.
his attention. It's in her DNA. A woman wants to give love. That's in her DNA. A typical woman grows up playing with Barbie and Ken,
Yes.
which is an imitation of love.
Mhm.
The boys don't do that. The woman do that. The female do that. They grow up with the imitation of marriage in their mind. But a lot of black women, especially, don't even know what a man's voice sounds like.
Amen.
Come on now.
And as you see now, they have both races. They make women, they think that now that two women, they're making women dolls together, men dolls together, and they think that's okay. You go out and you look and you see two men holding hands and two women holding hands, and your children are exposed to this, and they're like thinking, oh gosh, it's just the way it's supposed to be. I thought it's supposed to be a mommy and daddy. And you have to explain that to them. But yet, just somewhere down the road, their curiosity piques the cat. Okay, it's going to open up some red flags for these children. They want to know, why is this existing? And they ask you these questions, and it kind of flabbergasts you, and you're kind of really embarrassed to say, but you have to explain this to them so they understand. But still in their mind, they're going to be curiosity and probably reach out and try something like that. And that's what I see today of
Yes.
these young generations. When me and Tia, my daughter Tia, we were actually at the beach this past week, and we were actually in a restaurant, and I seen these two ladies. They sat down, and next thing I know, I thought they were like mother and sister. No, they were not. And I looked over and they were kissing, and it kind of just really irked me a little bit to see this. I'm like, God, they're allowing this just anywhere. People do not care. And I'm seeing it more and more and more. And like I said, my children have to be subjected to that. So it's very sad. But we've
Yes.
got to open our eyes. We got to open our eyes, because this generation today, it's dying off. Our black generation is killing their own self off. Please,
Yes.
please reach out to your children, talk to them, be a part of their life, no matter what it is. I don't care. Like if my daughter goes out, like she just went out to the gym, okay, and I like where she's at, whatever I called 50 million times, I don't care, because I want to know where my child is at, who she's interacting with. If it's not somebody that I know or somebody that's godly, something, she's not going. I'm going to tell her I don't feel a good feeling about things.
Yes.
Please
Yes.
reach out
Yes.
to your kids, reach out to your nieces, nephews. It's just too much out there. Yes, education is not education anymore, because the kids are having to learn online. We need to get these kids back into the school. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this before closing. Kids, what is right is now considered wrong.
Yes.
What is considered wrong is considered right, and it's confusing to the children
Yes, it
of
is.
this day and age. You know what I'm saying? And all of this is is basically diminishing masculinity.
Yeah.
All of this is diminishing love between what love's supposed to be meant to be between, which is man and woman. God did
Right.
not create Steve for Adam. God created Eve last time I checked. But again, we are living in a lack of Romeo and Juliet, because whenever Romeo seen that Juliet was not coming to him, he went ahead and took that poison. He was willing to die. In the
Yes, he
Bible,
was.
it says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and
That's
gave
right.
his life
Life.
for it.
That's
You
right.
don't see Romeo and Juliet no more.
No, you do
Romeo
not.
and Juliet in this day and age is dead. It's dead. It's a fiction. It's a fantasy. Y'all, we got to get back to what love is supposed to mean. God is love. Now, if a black man expresses his love for a woman, he's considered a simp. He's considered weak. His masculinity is demoralized, and we need to stop that. We call each other niggas. All you did was drop the ER and added an A. But this is normalized amongst us. Dysfunctional behavior has become normalized amongst us. We need to stop this. We black women call each other hoes and bitches, and this is normal. This is normal. You don't see no other race of people doing this. We the only ones that do this to each other, and we accept this, and we wonder why we can go out here in broad daylight and shoot a person from a freaking water gun fight. We wonder why we can go out here because a man accidentally stepped on your foot. You can kill him, and you ended up serving 17 years in jail while that young man that you shot is dead. This is normalized behavior. Why do you think it's now became normalized that rap music that we listen to on a regular basis talk about killing and calling your women hoes?
Yes.
We need to take that power back, our black brothers and sisters. We need to take that power back. If we're not going to respect ourselves, how can we expect anyone else to respect us? Kim, I'm gonna give you the last word because I know you are a guest on this show and this is your first time, and I think you did an awesome job.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the people that are listening and are going to reach out to us. Please subscribe to this channel. We'll be bringing more important issues as time goes on. And we just pray that everybody stays safe and stays blessed, and that they have got a blessing from the show. Thank you, Byron, for having me on the show. I pray that I'll be able to do more things with you. But that being said, a woman of today does not want a man that works to work a 9-to-5 job. Like you said, they rather have some type of thug who means nothing, who would rather sit up in their house and take the food out of their kids' mouth, or else they'll go out and sell the diapers just so the man can have something. But yet still he's not bringing anything to the table. Drugs, they may buy money, but they're eventually going to catch up with you, going to be in prison. A lot of these women too do have men that are in prison. So they're keeping them up instead of paying for their bills. They do not care about the child. The child is seeing what us parents are bringing to the table. So that being said, with the last word, please, as I cannot stress enough, please involve yourself in your children's life. Involve yourself in whatever is going on in your neighborhoods. Try to come together as one. Form some type of group together to see what we can do about these issues. Reach out to people in your churches. There are too many counselors. Don't let this pandemic destroy us. I think we've had enough destroyed in the last couple of months for all of us to see this killing. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. So that being said, I pray many blessings upon each of you all. Please pray for my strength in the Lord, and I will do you as well. May God bless, keep you safe, and look forward to speaking with you later on. Have a good night. Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody. To all of my new subscribers, thank you. To all of my old subscribers, thank you. You know, definitely push the like, push the sub, and definitely push the share. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm taking it very seriously now. Kim, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Anytime, you know I'm here. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, too, for having me.